Alright, Shalom. Gonna give all praise and honor go to Yahweh Shema Shai. Young brother here, Shema Shalom Bon Yehoda. And here in Matthew 21, and this is something I mentioned the other day. I kind of forgot about this whole account about Yahushua cleaning the temple. I mean, I had an idea what it was about. I talked about it last lesson. I mentioned it, but I was like, I talk about it because I don't want to, just kind of blurt whatever I have in my mind and kind of like mess up or something, because I don't do that. I'm very methodical, and I didn't want to go out there and look for it while I was doing my lesson. Well, not even yesterday, whatever, the day before yesterday, whenever I uploaded that video. I uploaded it yesterday, but I edited it and uploaded it yesterday. Like, I recorded that video another day, but I just edited it and then uploaded it, which is honestly not a bad way of doing things. If you can do like 2 or 3 videos and you can also just release them out, in days, you could edit them, you could play around with them, and then now you can, do it like that, and you can upload stuff that has a little bit of editing, a little bit of extra polish to it, which is it's not really a whole lot of extra polish, that I'm really gonna do. Like, the most you're gonna get is a nice photo to look at. Some nice nature footage while you listen to me go into these breakdowns of these scriptures, because no matter how nice your video looks, it's all the same anyway. Come out here and you speak, the breakdown is going to be the same. Maybe a little bit different, make it a little link here, a link there, but it's all the same in the end. All right. This is the book of Matthew 21 and 12, right? And I'm going to talk about Yahushua cleansing the temple, as you have right here, right? And Yahushua went into the temple of the Most High, right? Herod's temple, right? Because Herod, when he pretty much came on the scene, he refurbished the second temple, kind of added a lot of new rooms to it and stuff. I think he made his own palace in there or something, or something like that. Or his palace was around there or something. He did something like that. But he refurbished it and whatever, and he made a place for the Gentiles, for like other nations to be in, where like pretty much anyone could go in, and he made a space for like Israelites only, like the priests, only the priesthood could go in there. Something they say about Herod, they say that he actually changed some of the priests and allowed heathen priests to be like the heathen to be priests, which would it be high priest or something like that? Which, thinking about it, I'm a little bit doubtful, because, we have a history of causing uproars for things like that. I don't really think Jake is gonna really go along with all that stuff, but if it's true, then Jake is off for not causing uproar for that. But then again, if they did, then I guess they're playing politics and you have no choice. But I'm skeptical. But if that is the case, and some of them were Edomites, that they, other nations, they made priests, I guess that would, also kind of inform why they, had so much hate towards them, towards Yahushua. Which, Jake had hate towards him too, but, it's just something I'm looking into. I'll do my digging, my diligence in time, and maybe I'll make a video about all the Herods. I'll start from Herod the Great, Archelaus, and all of them, all the ones that are mentioned, all the main ones in the scriptures. Go on down, talk about all the later ones too, what Marcus Agrippa, all those guys. In time, right? So Matthew 21:12. Yahushua went to the temple of the Most High and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seat of them that sold doves. Okay, so money changers. Let's look at the words. Right. Look into that word. And then we get an article, so
Strong's G 2855 Calubistes.
Alright, well, hopefully you heard that. I'm pretty sure you should still be able to hear my voice, because I recorded many times before with my volume all the way down, and it still picked up my voice. So hopefully you heard that. Colobistas G2855, money changer banker, right? Derived derivative of colobus, a small coin, probably akin to what's this word? Colorian, materials, remedy, material, so pretty much like a material, eye salve. Yeah, like the one with this one here, right, with eye salve, get into this truth and all that, clear out your eyes, be able to see things clearly, right. Let's get the article. So you're a money changer or a banker. So let's get the article and kind of explain that, and the forex and all that. Okay, so this is just an easy Google search. No, this is the wrong one. Yeah, I wasn't looking. So this is what I looked up: marketplace or temple, goodfaithmedia.org. Yahushua understood that every Jew had to pay a temple tax, and that Gentile coins from other countries were unacceptable, making it necessary for money changers to be on the scene. But I also knew these money changers charge exorbitant exchange fees for personal profit, turning sacred space into a marketplace, right? So that's what happened, right? They couldn't accept the Gentile coins, so they chose to raise up the rates for forex or foreign exchange. It's pretty much what it is. It's forex, trying to make a profit off of the exchange of foreign currency into the currency that you need for temple tax, right? So that's pretty much what went down. Yeah. So pretty much in those days, in the old days, as I always talked about, back then you used scales and weights, and you just pretty much sold pieces or fragments of precious metals to people for money, and you would weight it with a rock on a scale. That's what pretty much what it means by shekel back then. But later on, you actually like a temple shekel, which is like a literal coin that you would use to purchase different things. And like you see here, the doves and things like that, to do the temple tax, for example, right? You need to use a temple coin. You can't use denarius or what's the Roman one called, man? I think it is denarius is the Roman coin. Never mind. Pretty sure it's denarius, but you can't use no Greek money or no Roman money. You can't use any sort of other coin. You have to use the coin of the temple, which they're right to use a coin of the temple, right? And not accepting any old coins, right? Heathen coins, right? What they were wrong is messing with the exchange rates and charging exorbitant fees, sucking the money out of the people. It's another reason why Yahushua was getting on their case. The priest class, they got too involved with money and worldly desires. So Yahushua always pushed about not being into all the having the money all into the material things and things like that. And literally back then sold all your possessions to follow them. Back in time and Acts, sold all your possessions to go follow them. I mean, nowadays you would be, I'm not gonna say it'd be foolish. It's just not wise. It's not wise to do that. I mean, I understand your intentions. If you did that, without knowing it, I understand your intentions. Someone like sold a house. They had a nice house, and they said, "Oh, I'm gonna sell my house, and I'm gonna go move to where the camp is or wherever, and move around where the camps are." Right? Like, I kind of get that, but it's not really wise. Honestly, way better off keeping your nice house, your wealth, and your stuff like that, and just come by, maybe not every week, every other week, learn, and maybe one day you teach by yourself, and just do it like that. Always move with wisdom. Don't just or ask for counsel. Sometimes you need that. I recommend bros out there. You have something you need counsel. Hey man, go to look for a GMS camp around you and like literally go and ask. Bros are kind, bro. All right. So verse 13 said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. So that's what that is. That's fucking robbery, bro. That's robbery. That's fucking, it's a scam, right? Because you know that there's no other way for you to transfer that coin into another coin besides going through you, right? You're like the gatekeeper, man. So if you do that, you're just literally just robbing the people. You're defrauding the people, you know. But they didn't have to go that far. They didn't have to do all that. Who was ruling at this time, though? I think it was Tiberius this time. I don't think he rose the rates later on in time. I think it was Nero who rose the rates. I can't remember, but at this time, you know, it's pretty much unfounded for them to raise it that high, you know, just to scam the people. But I'm certain in times, you know, later on that exchange rate probably, you know, kept rising and rising and rising, with the emperors starting to tax us harder and harder, because, you know, they pretty much felt that we were holding out on them, because, you know, even though we were being taxed, we were still, like, you know, pretty well to do, you know, pretty well off. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. When the chief priests and scribes, well, relatively well off, I'll say it like that, relatively well off, according to these, you know, historical sites, but you know, we still were pretty bad off, you know, still pretty bad off. As I said, that's just the Romans' idea that we were just doing great, you know. I mean, the chiefs, you know, because they were basically, you know, fucking mad that we weren't worshiping, you know, Roman emperors and shit like that. When the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the son of David, they were sore displeased, right? You know, so you got what's it, Hosanna, which I think is Hawashinawa, which I think means I will deliver. So yeah, I believe it means Nawa is like hour. Oh no, is it pray? Hold on, let me look this up. Yeah, Hawashina, Salakia, which means save now. That meant I thought it was Hawashinawa. Whoops, Hawashina. Okay. Right, to son of David. So right, when chief priest describes all the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hawashina to the son of David, they were sort of displeased, right? It's like the wild thing is like saying son of David, right? Well, because he was of the line of King David, but he was literally the son of David, as in also Solomon. Right, hear to them, hear Sal, what these say, and Yahshua says unto him, yea, have you never read out of the mouths of babes and sucklings that was perfected praise? I think it's like what, Psalms 8 and 2. You know, which is pretty much saying, you know, out of the mouth of babes, you know, the Lord uses them to profess the Lord's strength to destroy his, you know, his enemies and stuff like that. And I mean, I've heard the King James that the babes also mean like brothers that like don't know the truth. I don't really, you know, understand what that whole breakdown of all that. You know, I'll probably look it up, you know, in time, but pretty much in context, he's talking about the children right here. But it has a deeper meaning. So if you want to know, I think one of them brothers from the Dallas camp did a whole Matthew breakdown of like literally every chapter. Like, I mean, you guys out there, man, I mean, it is, you really don't need to go on a comment board. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it a bug. You honestly, for most things, you really don't have to ask, you know, anyone for anything, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck, you know. Like, brothers have done so many videos on so many topics. That's why, you know, sometimes brothers answer you and they'll just say, bro, like yeah, we have a video on that, you know, because it's like, bros have done so many videos, bro. Like, so many breakdowns. The elders and apostles, I mean, they have channels of like 500 something, not 500, maybe like 200, 300 something videos, man. It's just breakdowns, man. all the camps. You put all the camps and all that together, it's got to be somewhere in the thousands, man. Hundreds at the minimum, bro. But it's so much, bro. Like you'll be able to find just about everything, man. You know. And then some stuff they don't make a video about it. Just look at a commentary. Like I looked at a commentary real quick and got the understanding for there. You know. Now someone else wants to do a video about this. If you want to make it even deeper, I guess you can go into like the foreign exchange, you know, and kind of like talk about stuff today. I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same stuff, you know, trying to like flip currencies and trying to make a profit off of exchanging currencies. Of course, it's way more complicated now than it was back then, you know. Back then, all this stuff was fucking easy to understand. Now it's like money changes hands and it's geopolitical and it's fucking complicated, man. I mean, it's fucking wild. Trade agreements, fucking international trade ties change, you know, and it's like, holy shit. Then you got stocks and then securities and then holy shit, you know. Back then it was simpler, you know. And he left them, went out of the city into Bethany, and he lodged there. So that's pretty much it, you know. Real simple, short, sweet.